is Daniel Myhr. I'm the keyboarder of Civil War.
Could you give us a very brief history of Civil War and how it's come about?
Yeah, it started like a couple of days after we all decided to leave Sabaton. We got together, the whole gang, and just had a coffee and a small chit-chat about what we should do now. And we came to the conclusion that we still want to do something with music, but we weren't really sure about what we wanted to do. We were thinking about maybe go out, play covers in a club or something like that. Nothing big at all. But a couple of days later, we got to know that our singer, Neil Patrick, was interested in starting a band with us as soon as he heard that we left Sabaton, because the rumor spread quite fast here in our hometown.
Uh-huh.
So we gave it a try. We invited him and had a small talk with him, and that's how it was.
Right, that's brilliant. So the first single that you actually released was Rome is Falling, and it's been received with immense approval. It must have been nerve-wracking to release something new and different from the work that you yourself are personally associated with. How was that feeling when it was first released?
It was quite exciting because it was the first time we released something that we had done that was not Sabaton. And we had no expectations at all, but when we started noticing that people actually liked it, then it was like, wow, this is really great. Mm-hmm. It was like almost like being born again.
Yeah. What can we expect then from the debut album, and when is it officially released?
The official release date is actually set to the 11th of June, but the pre-orders are for the first package that was out is set to May 23rd.
Cool, that's amazing, because I understand you've got like a lot of bonus packages available, haven't you, if people order early.
Yeah.
I know the original album title was going to be Gettysburg, but it's now going to be The Killer Angels. Is there a significance in that title?
The first thought about the album title was actually Gettysburg, but we changed it into The Killer Angels because the name itself was a little bit more neutral than Gettysburg, actually, because there is only one song called Gettysburg on the whole album. But still, this the title Killer Angels is actually taken from a book with the same name that is written by, now I don't remember the name of the writer, but it's actually, the whole book is actually about Gettysburg, so it's quite close anyway.
Right. So why did the band actually choose the name Civil War then? Because obviously you must have quite a big interest in the Civil War.
It was Patrick's idea from the very beginning, that he had thought about it, that there is actually no band called Civil War. And when we started looking for it, we could only find like those old Civil War, what do you call it, the tribute bands that played the old music that was played during the actual Civil War. A bit later we found out that it was actually a singer-songwriter band that was also called The Civil War, but
right,
as far as I know, they don't exist anymore. So
okay, right. So do you have any personal favourites on the new album then?
The songs like The Brother Judas, First Fight to Gettysburg, started like really taking up on you, and of course the St. Patrick's Day and I Will Rule the Universe. They actually grew on me after a while when I got to have my little break from the music.
Right. Okay. So you've got some dates lined up in Sweden. Are there plans for a full European tour?
Well, not a full European tour at once. We're gonna start off a little bit soft by taking like a territory by territory, or what you should say. Maybe start off in the Eastern Europe and then start moving around a little bit. It all has to do with booking agencies think about it and if they see the reactions from the other countries.
Okay. Have you had a good response from Sabaton fans? Have some sort of gone over to listening to Civil War? Have you found?
Yeah. Actually, I think most of the Civil War fans are former Sabaton. Well, not former. They are still Sabaton fans, but they discovered us also, and I must say, like 99% of the reactions are really positive.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, it's fantastic.
Of course, there are a few that think that Sabaton is better, or it doesn't sound like Joachim when he's singing. But that was not the whole point with Civil War. We didn't want to sound exactly like Sabaton.
Well, of course you don't. So when...
but still, we have our roots in Sabaton.
Of course.
You can hear it in some of the songs that we actually played in Sabaton.
War live show, will you be playing any Sabaton songs as well in your set?
No, we don't know yet. We've tried to play. We tried playing Prima Victoria actually on a rehearsal. But since Joachim is singing so low on that song, and Patrick is somewhere like 1.5 octave higher usually than Joachim is, it sounds really strange, and we have to somehow adjust it with the guitars, and then it makes it start sounding weird then also because we are playing so high on the guitars. So it's quite hard to find the balance, at least on that song, but you never know in the future. Maybe we'll pull off some old classic or something.
Hey, what's up, people? This is DJ Chippy from the Metal Gods Rock Show. You can catch me every Monday night between the hours of 7 and 9 on Radio Teesdale, www.radioteesdale.co.uk. For 2 hours of the best in rock and metal. We've got new releases, we've got interviews, we've got the classic stuff for you as well. Make it a date in your diary every Monday night between 7 and 9. Don't forget the name, the Metal Gods Rock Show.
So Sweden seems to be awash with exceptional metal and hard rock bands at the moment. Do you have any personal favourite bands from your homeland?
Personal favorites? I would probably say I'm really into bands like Opeth, I would say, if we're talking about Swedish ones.
Yeah.
And also then we have like a non-metal bands also. Moon Safari. There is one that they're more like 70s psychedelic prog.
Okay.
The music scene here in Sweden is quite big when you start looking at it, because there are so many bands that don't get the attention that they actually deserve.
Oh, totally. I was sent a band called Trial by Murder.
Okay, yeah, that's the one from Urban Breed.
Urban Breed, yeah. And I did a review of his album and it blew me away, and so many people haven't heard of them, and they're fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There is a fantastic underground movement in Sweden, it seems.
Yeah, I heard a couple of songs from it, and it was actually good. Many people consider it when Urban Breed left Bloodbound.
Yeah.
After Tabula Rasa, they thought that okay, it's not the same anymore, because some people really liked the Tabula Rasa, and this was like Trial by Murder was like the follow-up, the sequel to Tabula Rasa, and a lot of people really like that one.
Yeah, I just think it's an exceptional album. So sorry, going back to your band, really looking forward to your album when it gets released. I understand you did like a special package for the Swedish fan base over there. Was it Black Sabbath cover?
We're going to release the album together with the Sweden Rock magazine.
Right.
And at the same time as this issue is released, there will be the release of the new Black Sabbath album.
That's
so they
right.
asked us to do a Black Sabbath cover for that edition. This is Daniel Myhr from Civil War, and you're listening to Metal Gods Meltdown.
Have you got any final words you'd like to say to your fans and our listeners?
Yeah, I think you all should check out the new Civil War album, and don't expect a Sabaton 2.0 because there won't be. This is something new.
Okay.
Well, not new, but different from Sabaton at least.
Hey, what's up, people? This is DJ Chippy from the Metal Gods Rock Show. You can catch me every Monday night between the hours of 7 and 9 on Radio Teesdale. www.radioteesdale.co.uk. For 2 hours of the best in rock and metal. We've got new releases, we've got interviews, we've got the classic stuff for you as well. Make it a date in your diary every Monday night between 7 and 9. Don't forget the name, the Metal Gods Rock Show.